senior class, and then you look at Copeland, you look at Roy Fallon on defense. But Teddy Bridgewater, just because he's a quarterback, you expect so much from him. Because he's a quarterback, you expect him to be a leader. But I always look at defensively, and I always tell our middle linebacker, who's Preston Brown, that the leadership of his team is going to involve you. Because you look at it, everything starts with defense. And Teddy's done an outstanding job, but he also has to get help. He has to get help from players like Preston Brown, players like players like Roy Fallon. But the leadership of this football team is going to take a collection of players and not just one or two. And because you know that who Teddy is, but also there's another set of guys that can also lead this team. Because if you look at last year, there was a lot of close games. You were able to go and win the Sugar Bowl, but also just the expectations of this team now, and our players really understand it. Because now you're saying we got to get to that next level and we have to improve. And then they understand the work ethic now, and they understand just how they have to improve. And you like to think that now that 4 years into the program with our coaching staff, that the players know our coaching staff, and there's been some continuity with our coaching staff, and that the players understand just the level and where we have to take the program to the next level. And our players really they're buying into it now, and they really understand it.
Charlie, you've always
This team, and but what you have to do is just keep this team in perspective because of what's been placed. And then I tell them all the time, guys, it really doesn't matter what people say you're going to start, but it's all about you finishing. And it's all about us right now, or either we're going to grow and we're going to continue to improve, or we're going to die, where we're going to maintain and remain the same, and where we're just going to get cocky and we're going to get full of ourselves. And that cannot happen with this team. We're going to have to continue to grow. We're going to have to get better because we're nowhere where we should be. There's a lot of room for improvement, and we know we have to improve.
Charlie, how much
Program we can just look at as our program and take care of what we have. And you want success with both programs because you're in your two in-state programs. You want to see that happen. So just for the state of Kentucky, you don't ever worry about your opponent. You have to worry about yourself. And did you go get better? Did you go play at the level that we expect you to go play at? And the schedule, there's some really good teams on that schedule, but still, we had to worry about our football team. And it's, week by week, we're going to go play who we're going to go play, but it's all about us making sure that we continue to get better. We improve each and every week.
Coach, are you going to put emphasis on
Defenses, and we're not there to try to run up the score on anybody. We're just trying to win the football game. We start to build on defense, and we have some players on defense. Last year we didn't play at the level that we expected to play at. And you have an outstanding quarterback on offense. You have the receivers with Devontae, with Coach. You have some good players there. Offensive line is coming back, but defensively we got some players back too. You look at Pryor, you look at Preston, you look at our front this back. So we just got to make sure that we play as a team. Because it's all about this. If we want to take this program to the next level, our offense, our defense, and our special teams, all three phases got to play well. We didn't play well. We played well on offense at times, or defensively, and in the special teams. We got to improve. We had to improve as a football team. I think about, and I probably should. What probably should have happened the first year? We should have won 2 games. The second year we should have won 4. Last year we should have won 6. And then this year they say, well, they're going to win 7 or 8, and it have been good for us. And then those expectations wouldn't have been as high. But when you have a football team like we do, you kind of you really like for it to be this way than the other way. Where our first year they picked us where we weren't going to win any games. But the challenge is our players they have to understand just if they want to go move this program and continue to build this program, then that's what's expected. When you want to become a top-notch program and you want to be called in the same voice and in the same writing or same message as everyone else from the top programs, then it's what you expect. Tom is going to address it. We're waiting for the investigation to clear this up.
Coach, how's the overall team health right now?
You had Sonoris to go down, and Sonoris is right on track to come back. And then you have Brooks, our nose guard Brooks. He'll be back, but he kind of in the spring he banged his knee, and he's coming back. And then you have D'Angelo Brown hurt an Achilles. But I think that I don't know how long he's going to be out. But with our status, our health, we should be a fairly healthy team when we start there in August.
Charlie, some thoughts about that?
Your quarterback and everyone else mature and they get better. And with Teddy, you look at that Rutgers game and he go in and he plays that game and we're able to go win it and then they get us to the Sugar Bowl. But he's an outstanding player, and everyone knows that. And the only thing he wants to do is just get better and better. But that's everyone. They want to get better and improve. And you have to be surrounded by some good players, and that's what he is right now with Teddy. He's surrounded by some outstanding players, and it's only going to make him better.
James Quick is
Freshman in their playing time, but he's a skilled player. A lot of times with skilled players, they're able to get on the field quicker than linemen, and he's going to be given opportunities. And then with our offensive staff, they'll just make that decision on whether he's ready to go play.
Coach, what's your view on bringing in kids that may have a troubled past and may have had some wrongs before at different schools? Nobody in particular.
No one in particular.
No one in particular.
Just say it.
Just completely independent thought that popped into my head.
Well, a lot of times you say that people are given a second chance, and that's what. And as a coach, the only thing you want to do is just make sure that you have an impact on a young person's life, and that's the only thing you're trying to do. Whether a person is a really good player or he's not, he's still with you. You want to make sure that if you bring anyone into your program, that he's going to become part of your program, and you're not going to become him. And that's what I always say. They're going to become us. We're not going to become them. And anytime we're looking to bring anyone into this program, it's all about us wanting to change that young man's future and give him a future where he has a chance to go be a productive citizen in society.
Do you have any new members of your program?
I have no new members of my program. It goes back to you have to be competitive. You have to learn how to win. You have to be able to handle winning, and then you got to be able to take your program to the next level. But I don't ever want to talk about going and win a national championship with this group of guys because what happens. There's a lot got to happen. There's got to be a lot of luck involved, and then you don't want to put added pressure on your team where hey, we got to go win. You have to go win. I can remember that when we won the second one in Florida, then we were ready to go play for the third one. Everyone thought that you had all these players coming back. I can remember on defense, we had 21 of the top 22 players coming back. You had Tebow coming back. You had Percy Harvin coming back. You had your whole team basically coming back, and you get there and every game, and that's what I don't want to see happen here, where you did not enjoy winning a game because if you only won by 7 ourselves and thought that we were better than what we actually were, and then the wake up call was when UConn beat us, and because that was a game that you felt like it was the last home game, we'll go play well. And then we get out there and get beat by UConn, but then you're able to bounce back and go win the Rutgers game, which you were able to go. And you had to go win that game anyway. But still, though, we ended up with you're sitting there undefeated, and it hasn't been in our program in a while. Not since I've been in it, we've ever been undefeated. But I think our players did. I think that they were hearing the noise in the system, and they were hearing too much. And when you hear too much, then that becomes a part of your team. Then you don't respect your opponent, and you start feeling cocky, and you get self-absorbed, and you start listening to what people are saying to you. When really it's still about work, and it's still about preparation, it's still about focus, and that's what happened. We lost that.
Is that your biggest challenge this
We haven't really started. I think the players hear that, but we'll get a chance as a coaching staff to get that and set that in order and get it right.